Hello and welcome to my channel, SavvySalena. On this channel, we're talking about all things budget, personal finance, and lifestyle. In today's video, we're doing our August 2021 budget closeout. That's right, we're gonna see which categories we came in over, under, or hit right on target. Before I reconcile this budget, you know what I need from you? Yep, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you know the next time that I upload. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. I'm so happy that you decided to click on this video today. And if you're returning from another time, welcome back, Savvy Squad. It's nice to see you. Now, I would have loved to have been able to show you how we close out our every dollar budget. Just like I showed you in our August mid-month catch-up. We use the Every Dollar app to track our expenses. And you all, I filmed a fabulous video just for you, but unfortunately I ran into some issues editing and I wasn't able to complete that video and put it out. We will actually be closing out our budget today using a budget template that I made in Google Sheets. It mimics almost identically our Every Dollar budget, and so I won't be using that today, but hopefully soon I'll be able to close that with you on camera. Okay, let's jump into the budget today. So in our budgeted income, in my August budget with me, I expected a total income for me and my husband to be $7,626. However, our actual take-home pay was $7,520.58, which I was off about $105.42. I didn't plan for any additional income that month, but sometimes things just happen and we did receive some additional income in the month of August. And first, my husband's frat brother sent us $150, and that was to do something for him, which I'll talk about later in the budget. As well as we received an Amazon refund. I made a purchase in July and I was refunded for that purchase in August because I sent it back. As well as, if you remember from my August budget, I went on a trip with my friend for her birthday, and through splitting expenses, she ended up sending me $82 back from that, and we'll see how that reconciles through the rest of the budget as well. So with this additional income, our actual total income ended up being $7,825.53, which is a gain of $199.53. Next is our housing category, and you can see here that we had a lot of fluctuation in the difference. The first thing being our rent. I was off by $4. We received a discount in August, and so I thought the discount was to $16.71, but I was wrong, and so we were $4 off on our rent. We also came in under in internet, water, gas. Those utilities, we all had some extra money there. However, we did come in, I did under budget electricity. I budgeted $120, but it was actually $150.82. So we have an overage of $30.82. Next, for medicine, I budgeted $160, but we spent $144.27 with a gain of $15.73 saved. And for household, I budgeted $150 and we spent $123.22 with a savings of $26.78. Landscaping came right in on budget, and I accidentally over budgeted for pest control by $1, so we had a $1 savings there. And then our cell phone bill came in 74 cents more than I budgeted, so we had an overage of 74 cents in our cell phone category. With all of the differences between our estimated and actual expenses, we had a total savings of $22.75 in the housing category for a total budget of $2,670.25. Next is our lifestyle category, and we came in on target for a lot of things here. Haircuts came in on budget, whereas my husband went over budget in his personal money. His frat brother came into town, they went out for drinks, and they kind of treated each other rounds, and so he went over about $84.24. Whereas my personal money, I came in under at 19 cents, only spending $49.81. Our Hulu, Disney Plus, Apple Storage, Netflix, YouTube Music, and our beauty categories all came in on budget. Next, we have our Instant Ink subscription. It came in 60 cents under. So my husband told me that I've been budgeting too much. It's actually $5.35, not $5.95. And so I'll make that adjustment in our future budgets as well. My husband we budgeted $180 for him to get a new pair of shoes. However, he only ended up getting one pair of shoes for $96. They gave him a savings of $84. And so if you see here, he saved $84 in the shoes, but then spent $84 over in personal. So it kind of really just balanced out there. Next is my Charlotte trip. I budgeted $160 and I actually spent $263.74 with an overage of $103.34. However, I did receive that refund from my friend for her share of some of the things. So basically, I spent more because I paid for some Ubers and things like that, and ultimately she cashed at me back for like her half of that. So the total expense I spent was $263.34 minus the refund of $82. It gave me a total expense of $181.34. So essentially I went over budget in my Charlotte trip by $21.34. Okay. Next we have our date night. We did come in on date night with only 64 cents over, not too bad. And we did give our donation to our church for $40, so that was right on target. Next, our miscellaneous, we budgeted $410. We spent $624.29. That's over budget for $214. And then we had some new categories here that I did not budget at all. So the first being life insurance. I recently signed up for life insurance, but I didn't know when they were going to start taking the money out of my account. And they started in August, so that was $69.26. Next was a license plate. So my husband's frat brother needed my husband to renew his license plate for him. He was visiting out of town from California, but his car is here in North Carolina, and he needed his tags renewed, but he didn't have enough time to handle it since it was over the weekend, but these things need to be handled on the weekday. So he left the money with my husband to go ahead and renew that license plate for him. That was the $150. The license plate ultimately cost $122.57, and with the difference, my husband's frat brother, he treated us to lunch, and we added that to our eating out budget. Next, we have a learner's permit. So my nephew called me and said, "Hey, Auntie, I need $20 for my learner's permit." That's something that we normally try to budget ahead of time. If you see my September 21 video for Budget With Me, I did budget some college expenses for him, some tours and things like that. So if I do know about the expenses ahead of time, I do try to include it in my budget. This was something he just sprung on me, so I did send him $20, and that left us with an over budget in our lifestyle category of $529.52. Now, with a grand total of $1,779.12 being spent in lifestyle. All right, next is our transportation category, and we did fabulous in transportation this month. We came in under in every category except insurance, which we came right on budget. So my husband spent $181 of his $200 gas budget, saving $19. I spent $58.69, saving $1.39. And our insurance came right on target at $50. And then I budgeted for parking for my husband's job. As I told you, he does have to pay for parking downtown sometimes. But this time he didn't have to pay for parking. So we saved $9 there with a total of $29.31 saved in our transportation category for a final expense of $289.69. Next is our groceries and eating out category. We budgeted $600 for groceries, but we came in under at $494.23, saving $105.77. I really tried to utilize as much as I could for my pantry, and I'm doing the same thing for September. If you haven't seen my September meal plan with me, I'll make sure to include that in the description box below. Next, we have our eating out category, budgeted $200, but we came in over at $226.54 with an overage of $26.54. But if you remember, that was my husband's frat brother treating us to lunch. So we actually stayed on budget for eating out for our own personal money. We just spent an extra $26 when he gave us that money to treat ourselves. Next, we have the kids category. First, we had commission. We planned to give them $40 for their commission to open up bank accounts. But if you saw my September video, we didn't have time to do that in August. So we didn't end up spending any money for commissions in August. Next was our back to school supplies, which we budgeted $50. But in my budget with me video, I did say that family normally step in and pay for the kids' school supplies, and so that's what happened. So we didn't have to spend any money on school supplies. I did purchase like things that they normally need at home for homework. So I bought color pencils, markers, scissors, erasers, pencils, pencil sharpener, but all of that stuff I included in the household budget instead of back to school. Next, I have back to school clothes. We budgeted $150 and we did $156.33 with a total of $6.33 going over budget. And for here, we only bought the basics. So we got them new shoes, underwear, socks, and things like that. So basically we focused on essential needs. For summer camp, it came in right on budget at $170, but we also budgeted $170 for after school, but we didn't spend anything there. And if you see my September budget, the kids are, they were not registered for after school as of that filming, and today is, I think, the 16th, and they're still not registered, but we do know that the cost is probably gonna be around $200. Right now, we don't need after school with, we're both still working from home, so that's why they're just not in after school. And then lastly, we budgeted $40 for some football equipment. As I said, my son plays football and he needed some things like cleats and headbands and wristbands, I think he wanted, but we only have gotten the cleats so far, and that cost $31.05, leaving a savings of $8.95. So overall, in our kids' total category, we saved $262.62, leaving a total budget of $357.38. I don't know if I did the savings for food, so I'll just say that our total savings for food was $79.23, and we had a total expense of $720.77 in our food budget. Our last two categories are debt and savings. So we had budgeted to pay our principal payment on our payment plan. However, and we did that, but we did also plan to make an extra payment of $288.75. But if you remember in my August mid-month budget update, I did tell you we were over budget $489.70 from July. So we had to catch up on that over budget and make that payment to the credit card. So we had to pull that from our extra payment. So we have zero there. And then the rest came from our emergency fund. And so we pulled it from there as well. So we made that extra payment and paid that off with a total budget of With the total of $1,001.95, we had a total over in debt to $201.95 than planned. But that's a good thing because I'd rather be over budget than planned than to carry the credit card debt. Last was our sinking funds. So all in all, we planned to do $840 to our emergency fund. We only were able to do $602. Next, we have our car maintenance fund. We planned $70, we were able to do that. Next was our travel fund, and we did $125 there. And if you're wondering why we chose to take the money from our travel fund instead of from our emergency fund instead of our travel fund, that's because we do have a trip this month, at the end of this month, and we wanted to just put some cushion in there for that. Next, we saved $50 for Christmas, $50, and then $10 for Candle Day. Both of those were right on target. We planned to do $40 in our effort bucket, but because we had some more savings, we decided to put $100 instead, and this was to beef up for Black Friday. So we had $60 more in our effort bucket than we planned, which is a good thing. And then in clothes, we had originally planned $0, but we decided to do $30 in clothes, and so we also sent $30 more to savings for our clothes, and these are good things. So ultimately, we were able to send $148 more to savings than we had planned after we knew we weren't going to be able to do, we had to take out the $238 to pay the credit card overage. So that's good that we were able to redirect some money back into our savings account, just in a different area. Here's just a breakdown of our total income as well as our expenses from each category. It leaves us with a remaining balance of $19.37. We did choose to roll this over to next month, and mostly because this is actually sitting in my Apple Pay from my friend sending me the money for the trip, and I used $10 of it to schedule my hair appointment for like the deposit booking. And so I'm just going to, and I also pay her through Apple Pay. So I'm going to just leave that there and just let it be a part of the payment for my hair. And that'll be a part of the September budget. But that's it for August. That's our August budget check-in or closeout. I think we did overall a really good job, and we are killing it in September. So I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, stay savvy, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.